Hi friends, today I'm going to be teaching you how to write a how-to writing. A how-to writing is where you become the teacher. You're going to teach your reader something that you know how to do. In today's how-to, I'm going to be teaching you how to play Candyland. You must start off your how-to writing with an introduction by telling the reader what you're going to teach them about. Here are a few options you could use. This is how you play Candyland. I am going to teach you how to play Candyland. Or, do you want to learn how to play Candyland? Keep reading to find out. Now, I really like this middle one, so that's how I'm going to start my how-to writing. I'm going to teach you how to play Candyland, but you could use any of these. Now, your next part of your how-to writing are your steps. Now, your steps must be in order of how you want your reader to do them. You need to use transition words before each step. Some transition words are first, next, after that, then, and last. And finally, to help your reader really understand what the steps are, you can give them pictures to make it easier for them to understand what the steps are. Step 1. First, get the game board and pieces ready. Here is a picture to help my reader easily understand what the step is. And notice I started the step with the transition word first. Step 2. Next, let the youngest player go first. Step 3. After that, draw a card and move to that color. Step 4. Then you lose a turn if you land on a licorice space. Step 5. Last, be the first player to reach the end of the path. But you know what? Last is a really good transition word, but I think we can make it better. So I'm going to cross off last and change it. I want to start off this step with, to win the game, be the first player to reach the end of the path. In your how-to writing, if you're writing about a game, your last step should be how to win the game. So your transition words for your last step can be to win the game. After you've finished all of your steps, it is so important to make sure that they have enough detail to make it easy for your reader to play your game or to do whatever your how-to is about. So we're going to go back and look at my steps and see if I can make them better. My first step was, first, get the game board and pieces ready. What does ready mean? How do I get them ready? Let me be a little bit more specific. First, get the game board out, stack the cards, and put the character pieces at the starting line. That is way more detailed, and I'm positive with my pictures right next to this step that my reader will know exactly what to do. Next, let the youngest player go first. I think that one's good. After that, draw a card and move to that color. I think we can be more specific. After that, draw a card from the stack and move your character piece to the first space you see that is the same color as your card. Now that step may seem a little confusing, but if you put a picture with it, your reader is sure to know exactly what to do. Then you lose your turn if you land on a black licorice space. But wait, what if your reader doesn't know what a black licorice space is? Let's be a little bit more detailed. Then, you lose your turn if you land on a black licorice space with the black dot on it. There we go. To win the game, be the first player to reach the end of the path. I think that is a great detail that is very specific, and my reader's going to know exactly how to win the game. Now this how-to looks a lot better than when I started. So always make sure you reread the steps that you wrote to make sure they are easy to read and detailed enough for your reader to know exactly how to play your game or how to do whatever you're teaching them how to do. Last but not least, you need a closing. In your closing, you're going to remind the reader what you just taught them. Here are 3 options you could use. Now you know how to play Candyland. That is how you play Candyland. And I hope that you can have fun playing Candyland. Now, I think this last one down here is the most interesting, so that's the one I'm going to use. But you can use any of these. Make sure it goes with your how-to. Now, let's just do a review on how-to writing. You want to start off with an introduction where you teach your reader what you're going to teach them. Then you want to have all of your steps. Make sure they're in order. They start with transition words, first, next, after that, then, and last. But if you're teaching a game, you want to make sure that last step is how to win the game. Oh, and it's so important to use pictures because that makes the reader know exactly what to do. And always reread your steps and make sure they are very detailed to make it easier for your reader to know what to do. And last but not least, you need your closing. Remind your reader what you just taught them. Good luck on your how-to writing, Stallions.